Let's turn y'all so y'all can see me over there. Let Facebook do its thing to notify people. Let's see, YouTube. You are looking at kids. Let's fix that. Um, they are. So let's turn it this way so YouTube can actually see my face. There we go. There we go, YouTubes. There we go. Oh, and look, I'm not ready to go live on TikTok just yet. Notary Chit Chat 2025 is the first one. 2025. Done. I want to do a background, so sorry, y'all. Look, I'm letting the platforms do what they do best and notify everybody. Um, effects. I think I need this. Yeah. Free Notary Buddy community is open. Let's see. I probably should. I swear, this dry weather got all my hairline. But yeah, let's go ahead and go live. Let's go ahead and go live. We are going live on TikToks. Everybody else gets to see me get all ready. Let's see. YouTube, you guys are still not facing the right direction. Oh, there we go. There we go. Let's get this. So welcome everyone over on the YouTubes, on Facebook, and also on TikTok. We are here another night. If you guys don't know me, if you're new here and not true here, but you will become true here. But if you guys are new here, my name is Ladero Wharf. I am with the Notary Know-How Georgia, and my goal is to create a safe space for notaries to come and chit chat, as the title says, for us to come and learn, for us to hang out, for us to honestly network and grow our businesses together. You guys, there is enough paid education out there. There's enough out there. There's amazing education out there. This space that I'm creating right now, this is for us to learn and do all the things for free, right? So I like to be supplemental, to be a supplement to everything that you guys have learned out there in the notary space. Hey, my girl Letitia, I just hopped off her live, you guys. She was dropping some gems and sharing some information on field inspections. So yeah, that's kind of what I do at this time of night because I close my business and everything down, close my doors by 5:30, 6 o'clock, and then I just go and see what's going on out there with my notary buddies. You're always welcome. You are always welcome. Yeah, when I hop on, I was on a little bit earlier as well. I don't know if you saw that around lunchtime. Well, my lunchtime over here on the East Coast. So it was good to listen to you as I was driving. Hey, Ferline over on the Facebook. Y'all, look, we gonna get Ferline to come and chat with us one day over on the TikToks, but she wants to hide in the Facebook group. That's okay. Hey, friend. Hey, Happy New Year, right? Thank you a ton for all the hearts. Thank you for the hearts. Hey, Miss Dorothy's, or it says Dorothy's child. Hey, Dorothy's child, how's it going? I'm gonna call you Miss Dorothy or Miss Dorothy's child. How about that? Lisa, how's it going? Lisa, another buddy out there. Let's see, world's greatest. How is it going? How's it going? So yeah, you guys, tonight, thank you guys for the hearts. I appreciate it. So tonight, it's the first day of the year. Does it feel like it for anybody else? I don't know about y'all, but I mean, I was awake during the fireworks. In my house, we call it boom pow pows because we have dogs, right? I don't know why that means we call it that, but we do. Hey, Katura, how's it going? Sorry, TikTok. We need to catch up. It's been a minute. We need to chat and catch up, and I need to know if you're doing your business and how I can help you. That's my notary buddy out in Georgia. We did a spring social. I haven't seen you since March. I don't think. I did hosted an in-person spring social back in March. It was so fun, you guys. I don't know why y'all let me do through the whole year without doing another one. I guess I was busy. Seems like it. But anyway, we are at the top of the year, so I definitely want to connect with you guys in person. Hey, Kashana, you're in the Facebook group. You want to hop on TikTok again as well. I don't know. I'm gonna show stuff like this today, so everybody can see it. Right? Everybody can see that piece of paper. So I'll show stuff and write it like this. I'm just trying all the different things. But today, since we are at the top of the year, I want to talk about financial goal setting, right? I'm not going to get too deep in the weeds because it's going to put some people to sleep. I get that. And also because I straight up butchered what I was trying to do yesterday, right? I was reading and I was like, oh, that workbook's actually that's a misprint right there. But that's the fun part about you guys get to see me live and do all the you guys get to see inside my brain and how crazy and sometimes um, disorganized the organized chaos is, right? So to some people it's disorganized, but to me it is like amazingly like in order and all this kind of stuff. But yeah, so I did go through and I um, created something for you guys. It's all in the community. Let me make that announcement first. So sorry, guys, on YouTube and the Facebook group. It's already posted in there for you guys. But TikTok, you guys see this? My TikTok buddies. The free notary group is now open. It's going to be a free notary community where I'm going to be doing the same thing because y'all look, we already know we don't know what the status of the ticking talks and what is the other one everybody keeps inviting me to, Lemon 8. And also, not to throw a wrench in guys' plans, but also CapCut. So if TikTok goes the way of the dodo, Lemonade and also CapCut will go the exact same way. It was in one of the most recent law cases, like the legal stuff that I saw that I was reading through. But anyway, on a better note, this community, I'm opening it up so we can all get together because y'all know I go on Facebook and I get distracted. And then, yeah, it's just hard to like get the message out. This way, I can control the community. Ain't nobody shutting us down. It ain't going nowhere unless I stop paying the bill, right? That's the only reason to go somewhere. So if you guys want to join that community, it is absolutely free. That's $0, right? So just go to the link in my profile, and when it takes you to the link tree looking thing, go ahead and click on the second button in there. Uh, and yeah, you guys gross. I think my smallest dog is sick, and so if you guys hear some gross sounds in the background, that's what's happening. Can you do me a favor? If you're on the Facebook, see, this is why I get distracted. A notary buddy just joined the Facebook group, gamer. You should have authorization, or for me, see if I gave you authorization to act as an admin as well. In the notary know-how group, um, I think it's like Shun or Shunji just requested to be let in the group. Let them in so they can catch the live because they're not on TikTok. I got that message earlier in the community. So cool. So let's go ahead, you guys. Like I said, we're going to be talking about. Well, I don't have a cover for it today, but we're going to be talking about just financial goals for the new year. Like I said, I'm not going to go too crazy deep, but let's just kick the idea around and let's see what we got going on. So this is one thing, and y'all know I already got a workbook for you. So uh, it's just approving them to join the group, BRB. So yeah, you don't have to go to the live, just go to the group itself and go to the top, see if there's a membership request. If you don't, first of all, are you admin? Because I cannot see from here. Look on the left. Let me stand up a little bit. No, you're not looking at it on the admin view. Just log into my Facebook account, maybe. Because she wanted to catch tonight. Sorry, y'all. Technical stuff. I wouldn't call it difficulties. It's just technical. Or you can give me your phone and log into my Facebook account and I'll do it. What am I doing? I'm sitting right in front of my computer. I got it. Hold on. You know, I promise. Sometimes. Click, click, and membership requests. I got her. She's in now. Shujin. And we have Miss Charlene. She's in Savannah. Miss Charlene, I don't know if you're on or where you're on at. If you are, go ahead and join the community. Look, y'all, we got a closed notary group in the community. We have the open community for everybody. Everybody's welcome in there, right? But then we have a closed channel just for our notary, Georgia notary buddies. And the only reason I'm doing that, y'all, is because I am a Georgia notary, right? And so I know my laws here. I know my laws. And if I don't, I'm gonna find out real quick for for me, for you, and everybody else, and I'm gonna let everybody know. However, inside the community, if we get enough interest, right? Because it's more stuff I have to manage. If we get enough interest, and let's say we have a bunch of Arizona notaries, right? And they're like, hey, we just want a space to ask Arizona specific questions. I will create you a little room, right? It takes me like 10 seconds to do it, but I have to manually put everybody in there. So I gotta have enough interest first. So I'm not, spending most of my day sorting out the community. Because then I have like 50 little channels I have to monitor. And yeah, we ain't doing that. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started with this. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and let me know. I appreciate it, Artesia. I'm glad you love it. So yeah, it's just an idea. Since I have it, Look, she already did it. She already requested to join the community. Hold on, y'all. Let me. Told her to go and do it right then and there, and she did it. Katara. Look, now y'all gotta watch me squint. Hold on. Where is the community? Okay, I'll figure it out and do it as we're going. Because when I start this that I wanted to go over with you guys, I can't do more than one thing at a time because my brain it will not let me function that way. Because it can be a lot. So real quick, community, log into the community, and Katara, if you are on, I know you're on. Bro, just log me out. Okay, there we go. Members, there we go. Oh dang, there's quite a few people that just did it. Okay. Um, approve. I will, Katara, let me add you to the Georgia group real quick, real quick, real quick. Okay, I gotta wait for you to submit something before I can add you to the Georgia group. But anyway, that's it. At least you're in the community, but let's keep moving. Is everybody else waiting on me? So, hey, everybody that hopped in while I wasn't looking. Thank you for liking the live. I appreciate the hearts, you guys. So tonight we're going to be talking about goal setting in this new year, 2025. And if anybody know anything about me, I love encouraging people, but when it comes with the feel good, you got to make sure that you're actually putting in the work. This is one of my favorite sayings that I came across recently, and I've been thinking about it, but just couldn't click in my head. Everyone wants an outcome, right? Everyone wants an outcome. Everyone wants to make 100 grand. Everybody wants to drive a nice car, nice home, whatever it is. They have a nice jewelry, nice clothes, whatever your outcome is. But so many of us never want to do the inputs. We always want the outputs and the outcome, but we never want to do the inputs, aka the work to get there. One notary buddy of mine, we ain't naming no names because her and I are working on this together. She has a goal to hit 250K throughout her businesses, not 200. You're doing 250. So when we text each other back and forth, I always recently I started ending our text messages with hashtag 250, right? Hashtag 250 or 250K, just making sure that she knows that we ain't stopping at 250 because look, if we shoot or we stop, we're not stopping at 200. If we shoot for 250, we can fall and land on 215. I guarantee you're not gonna complain, right? We figuring it out together. So that's why if you guys watch the video, sorry, I'm derailing. You guys watch the video on my TikTok page, channel, whatever it's called. I have a secret group that says Masters, like the 6-figure mastermind. Don't ask to join it just because I'm still formulating it. But this is a notary buddy that I've been working with. She's been a notary buddy of mine since the very beginning, and we know how each other think. We're always inside of each other's head. We get on the phone and we're on the phone for like 4 hours sometimes, right? Knowing my bedtime is 10 o'clock or earlier, we on the phone till like 1 in the morning, like going through business and learning and working. And so we decided to just form a mastermind together, and we're going to push each other and encourage each other. Her goal is 250. Mine is, now it makes me ashamed to say it. Mine is just 100 grand, like just 100,000, but in a specific business, not my notary business, a different business. In my notary business, I'm looking to double every single year. So that means in this year that I need to get my butt in gear for 2025, and I need to do it's right under 50, if I'm not mistaken. I have to wrap up my numbers for 2024, right? So I'm trying to double every single year. So I should do 50 grand in this notary business this year if I'm trying to double from last year. So anyway, now that that's out of the way, I know you guys, I'm sorry. I just saw a bunch of messages come through saying, let me in the community. Sorry. I'm just going to let y'all in and I'll have to check it later. Please, if I'm letting you in right now, just make sure that you introduce yourself and let me know that you're in Georgia because I have a process that I follow and I can't do it all while I'm on the here. So I'm going to miss some of you guys putting you in the Georgia specific group. But anyway, 2025 goals. This is something I really like to go over in a lot of detail, but right now we're just going to do like a quick version of it just because of time. Sorry, I'm trying to get back to it. Trying to get back to it so I can see it. Like y'all looking probably all at my nose. There we go. I didn't see what I'm looking at. So when it comes to this year, this is what I want to talk about. Hey, Lisa, I just got you. I just got you. So remind me when you do welcome to the community section. Make sure you let me know you're in Georgia, and I'll put you in a Georgia Pacific group. But let's just say this, right? We all have a goal, whether you want to do financially for the year, for the quarter, for the month, whatever it is. I love to take the time to back into that goal, but just for time's sake, we're just gonna say monthly. Let's just say we have a monthly goal. For a lot of us, it's different. I have a notary buddy that helped me out, that always helps me out as a witness. She's one of my go-tos. Her because she has a full-time job and because she works like her normal 9 to 5 and she's busy, her goal, hey Astrid, her goal is just to do an extra $200 a month. And she's not even being a notary. I mean, she is a notary, but she's just too busy right now. She's not in the right mental and emotional space to focus on it. So she's like, okay, I'm just about to take a back seat and I'm going to be a witness. That's what she's doing. She's happy to be witnesses for people. She's happy to stick around. And she's also learning more as she's doing that. So she's not letting her notary education fall away, right? She's still being active in the space. And so she's like, yeah, I just would like to add at this stage of my life an extra $200 a month. And all I'm going to do is be a witness. So we making it work. You know, I need a witness. I call her first. I let her know. And she's like, yeah. So now she has a little, I don't know what you call it, a little tick mark thing. And she can tick off today because she earned money towards her $200. But let's just say we want to do, what's the best way to do this? So all the TikToks, the most narrow cameras. So I got to come back. Oh, I'm about to knock my light over. TikTok's the most narrow camera, so I got to go back a little bit. So let's just say on a monthly basis, look, my marker's drying out. Monthly basis, we're looking at doing 500. Hopefully, you guys can see that. Is this backwards to you guys? If it is, I'm sorry, I cannot write the other way. Let me know if that's backwards because it's backwards to me on the screen. YouTube is showing it the right way, so maybe it's the right way for everybody else, but Facebook and TikTok is backwards. But anyway, so if you guys are wanting to do $500 a month in your notary business, I kind of talked to you. Said yes, Lisa. Is it yes that it's backwards or yes that it's the right way? Lisa on TikTok. So just say right if it's the right way and wrong if it's backwards. Backwards on TikTok. Dang mad at TikTok. I cannot write the reverse. Hold on. Mirror your video. Bam. Now TikTok is it right? Hey, Miss Angela, how's it going? So Facebook, I don't think I have nearly as much because I'm on my mobile device and I don't have I think I have to stop and then restart in order to mirror it. That's why I don't like doing Facebook on my mobile device. And I like to run it from my desktop, but YouTube's taking over the desktop. Because you know why, guys? Because it's recorded on YouTube and I can always refer back to it in the future. That's why it's over there. Happy New Year to you. Boom. Okay, we're saying boom, so we're good now. So let's get into it. So if you have a monthly goal of $500, I kind of went over this yesterday, but I totally butchered it. So let's do it again. So if you have a goal of $500 in your business to make, that's what you want to do. And look, let me tell you guys, just for time's sake, let's just say this is like take home. I know we got expenses. I know we got all that other kind of stuff. The free resources I told you about yesterday and also the one I just released today, it's in the community. I just added it to the courses section. Use both of those to get a better idea of what I'm going to go over, right? So if we have a monthly goal of $500, how many days a week? I need to close this marker, is going to dry out. Days per week equals work. I got a shorthand. I can't write the whole thing out. I don't have my ginormous whiteboard. So how many days can you guys actually work in your business per week? Because if we have different type of commitments, right? So we all cannot run a notary business 7 days a week. Not all of us want to. I used to in the very beginning. I was doing 7 straight days and it burned your boy out. And so then I backed down to 6 days and I was still 6 full days. And so now I give or take. I still work on Saturdays, but Saturdays for me are half days. Don't call me before 10. Don't call me after 2, right? 10 or 2. But every other, like the regular Monday through Friday, now I'm 8 to 5:30. I used to be 8 to 8, right? And it's just because I'm learning a little bit differently how to operate my business, this particular business, and I go with the seasons, right? Are there people that still need notaries after 7 p.m. where I am? Absolutely. I'm a risk. I am a risk when it comes to driving when it goes dark. So I'm not about to run over nobody's mailbox or nobody's kids. So I don't do notarizations after dark. Hence, I close at 5:30. And if somebody does call me, I refer it all out or I schedule it for tomorrow. That's how I work my business, right? But anyway, back to this. How many days a week can you work in your business? Does your life only allow you to work 3? Can you work 5? What can you do, right? And so let's look at this. We have 3 days that we can work, right? And during that time frame, how many weeks are in a month? We already know it's 4. So we'll just take that math. We'll just take it simply 3 and multiply that by 4. That gives us 12. I know that on a monthly basis, sorry, y'all, I'm trying. On a monthly basis, I can work 12 days a week towards my notary business. Remember, my monthly goal is 500. I can only commit 12 days to my notary business, which means on a let's do uh, we can look at it weekly and then we can do it daily. So weekly, we need to generate. Look, I can do the math. I think it's 125, but let me just double check. So 500 divided by 4. Yep, it's 125. Look, my phrase of life is trust but verify. I do it to myself. TikTok, I'm trying to keep y'all in stream. So weekly, we need to hit 125 for our notary business to maintain a monthly revenue of monthly take home of 500. And if we go daily, sorry, y'all, I'm trying. I need to get all my other stuff out of storage. So if we do daily, all I would do is just say, hey, I know I can work 12 days a week, and I would divide that, divide 500 by the 12. Super easy math, right? 500 divided by 12. We are averaging 46 or 41.6. So let's just go ahead and round it up to 42. So on a daily basis, I need to average $42 in my business. Hopefully you guys can see this. Get back in camera. There we go. I need to average $42 on a daily basis if my goal is to hit $500 a week or a month, pardon me, and I only can commit to 12 days a month. Yeah, see how math works? It's not crazy hard, it's not difficult at all, but then I just love to back into it. Then some people like, oh, that's not enough, right? That's not enough. I want more. That's totally fine. That is totally fine. Let's go for you guys out there that's like, hey, this math I love. Because I don't like to go too crazy because I have to do this off of my experience. Can you make 100 grand being a notary? You sure can. But can you make 100 grand being a notary in Georgia? The hell you can, right? The hell you can't. Whatever the phrase is, it is hard. I've tried. I'm nowhere get close. So those days are gone. The days of milk and honey. I started my notary business after, like post. Look, somebody said Miss Angela said she's a risk at night too. Shoot, yes, I am. I am a driving risk after dark. But yeah, I started my notary business after 2020. And so I came in and everything was back to normal. It did not dry up. It was back to normal. That's one thing, my notary buddies. A lot of us jumped into this business because we heard how things are like flowing, how many loan signings you can do. There are places like California and other states, Texas, I believe, is one where the loan signings still flow like milk and honey because that's what they do there. Not here in an attorney state. So, but let's just say we do have a goal of, and so I have to go from my own realistic perspective, right? Let's just say we do have a goal of trying to generate and take home an extra $2,000 or $2,500 a month, right? So I can say that because that's what I do. That's what I do. Like y'all, it's no secret. Y'all know I do that. I don't lie. I don't tell you anything different. But let's just say that our goal for me, let's do that math. Let's say I have a monthly goal of, oh Lord, let's turn it this way. I'll write it, then I'll flip around. How about that? So let's say we have a monthly goal of I'm trying to see which one will be easier to do. Let's just do 3 grand. 300 grand? Let's do it. I'm joking. We have a monthly goal of 3 grand, right? We're going to do the exact same thing. However, this is my math. I can run my business 5 to 6 days a week. I'm going to do the math by 5 because I rarely work. on Saturdays, right? I rarely work on Saturdays. So for me, how many days can I work in my business? I can work in my business, we said 5, right? So I can commit 20 days in a month to running my business. So I can commit 20 days in a month to running my business. And so we're gonna do the exact same thing, right? So if I was looking at this weekly, I would need to do super easy math, 3,000, 3,000 divided by, oh, not 12, that's a whole year. 3,000 divided by 4. Y'all look, 4. There we go, 750. Jeez. I need to generate 750 average. I will always say average. I will always say average because sometimes I will go 3 days in a week without getting anything, right? And then the next week I'll get a ton, right? Or the next day I'll get a ton of work. And then the fourth, fifth day I get nothing. So 4 days total out of the week getting nothing. And so I average my weeks out. So I never feel bad if I don't hit these goals, right? And so then on a daily basis, you guys probably already get it now, right? So I said I can commit 20 days to making my $3,000 a month. So we'll do 3,000 divided by 20, and it let me average out 150 a day, right? So super easy math. There you go, TikTok. Now you guys can see it. Facebook, I'm sorry if it's backwards. You guys, I got you. I got you. Right? That's how we do it. Let's hold it up a little bit. I can't keep in all 3 cameras. But there you guys go. That's how I backdoor into my goals, right? Especially when it comes to this. So let's just say we're going to stick to this, right? Because if I actually do what I'm supposed to do, I think that I can do this. I have consistently done this. I did 1 appointment today and made this. 1. She called me off of Google. So I think that if I keep on working, I can do this. And y'all know I don't gatekeep here. I don't. That's not even a thing. I didn't even know the phrase gatekeeping was a thing until I moved to it. That's how much I don't gatekeep. If I know it, you know it. Trust me. And the only reason you don't know it, if I know it, is because I forgot to tell you. So that's how it goes, right? That is how it goes. So for me, I'm going to turn it this way now. If I know that I need to hit, and let me know if my music's too loud. Nobody said anything, so probably not. So if I know I'm trying to hit 150 a day and also the 750, wow, a week, and that'll be a day. Um, this dictates the type of marketing I do. I'm sorry, y'all. If y'all whatever y'all know. Let's say 750. This dictates the type of marketing I do because me as a mobile notary, my appointments average about $45 each, right? Some may be a little bit less, some may be a little bit more, but I try to hover around that $45. That's a lot of $45 appointments for me. I say that I don't even know the math, but let's just do it. I gotta move my papers out of the way. So 150 divided by 45. Oh, that's not that big. That's not that many, I guess. So that's 3.3. You don't always round up to the next number because you cannot do a third of a notarization. You gotta round up. So that means I gotta do 4 notarizations a day, just mobile notary appointments. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, it does not happen. It does not happen. My business, I ain't got it like that. Hold on, I'm trying to roll over. There we go. So I can, instead of trying to roll over to keep you guys in the camera, how about I just shift the camera? Ooh, look, I'm smart sometimes, right? Now everybody's in the same frame. So that's 4 $45 appointments per day. That just doesn't happen in my business. And I don't like to or. I'm trying to take it out of my vocabulary. And I can do this. So instead of just doing $45 appointments, I know that my goal, I don't know why it took me so long to get this, but I know that my goal, let's see, it takes me 4 GNW appointments, right, to hit that goal. It takes me 4 GNW appointments to hit that goal. So what if I just start doing something else? Somebody asked me earlier, what do I consider S&W, specialty notary work? I think Miss Angela asked me that, right, yesterday. And so this is where I started switching up. I started looking at S&W, specialty notary work. And for my specialty notary works, I'm charging $85. Yep, that was Miss Angela. I'm charging $85 and above, 85 to 125, 150, 175. I did one where I charged a 185, I believe. That's how I'm starting to hit this goal, you guys. And yeah, is it every single one? Absolutely not. Is it every single day? Absolutely not. However, I'm mixing the two. So let's just say on average, that my specialty notary work appointments, let's just call them 95, right? $95. Because I think that's a good bridge in between my fluctuations. So if I know I need to hit, well, this one, it's one, but we're going to round it up to two. I already know that math. So if I look at 150 divided by 95 is going to be 1.5 appointments. You can never do a half of an appointment. I guess if somebody cancels, we can charge them half the fee. But I'm just going to round up, right? So I either have to do 4 general notary works or 2 specialty notary works or a combination of the both, right? And how I build my business is doing a combination of both because it's easier for me to do that right now. So I've been talking about this a lot, you guys. I've been talking about how I market, who I market to, who I go after, right? To start building up a business like this. So y'all know for my special notary work, hey, Kiara. I think I've never seen it spelled that way. Kiara. You already just got a shout out. Hey, how's it going? Welcome on. But you guys know I've been talking a lot about who I market my business to. Estate planning attorneys, um, assisted living facilities. I need water. Hold on. I don't do it, but I told you guys tattoo parlors, right? I also have marketed to like I want is it called mom and pops like car dealerships, just whatever ones are not like not the Toyota, the Honda. So anybody apart from them, right? Not the big ones, but any of those locally owned car dealerships, market to them. There's money to be made there. This that's where that starts to come from. And my GNW is from, of course, people calling me off Google, making sure I have a Google presence out there, a social media presence. Like I know what I'm doing right now is for my notary buddies, but in doing this, I know we're gonna talk about a whole different thing for our specific businesses, right? This channel is definitely for me to talk to notary from like notary buddy to notary buddy. But why do you guys think I do it? One, I want to share information with you. But two, do you guys know how many messages I've gotten saying, "Hey, I thought about you because of your last video. I have a potential referral." I'm not gonna lie, this happens more on the apostille side than it does for the notary side. I'm okay with that at the moment, but I'm working on both of them. So the more that I communicate and chat with you guys, the more I get of this. Oh wait, what am I doing? This right here, right? The more I get of this. So I use these two to mix together and hit this goal because I'm not gonna lie, you guys. My goal used to be $40 a day. Like the first one that we went over. Where we at? Where we at? Not that one. The first one that we look, I can't even read my own writing. This used to be my goal. I'm not gonna lie. It used to be $42 a day. My notarizations were $40. So that's just that it was my starting point, right? But if I'm being honest with you guys, it's because I didn't believe in myself. I didn't think that it was possible for me to build this notary business and get $42 a day when my normal notarization at that time was 40. But if we think about it, I mean, again, I say average, right? Because I'm not going to hit it every day. I just needed 3 a week. And I'm not saying it, I'm not saying it to make anybody feel bad. If this is your goal, this is where I started. I just didn't believe in myself. And now, what you guys can see, I'm like, I can sneeze and trip over 42 bucks, right? Sometimes, depending on my notary buddies and how long I keep them captive, I give them 45 bucks, right? Right? For being there with me. So I don't know what I want to say, guys. It's doable. It is doable. I know I'm speaking from a Georgia notary perspective. I know that. I know not everybody can charge for mileage. I've heard notary buddies earlier, they can't charge for mileage or they can't charge for convenience, right? They just charge the 67 cents per mile. I get that. That's where this comes in. Because a lot of times with this, there may be a notary component. I'm not gonna lie, obviously, that's what they're calling me. There may be a notary component, but let me tell you guys, Christy, I don't know if you're in bed already. Christy helped me a little bit earlier today as well. The client called. She needed documents notarized. I didn't have to print anything. I didn't have to coordinate. I mean, I coordinated witnesses. That was super easy for me, right? I didn't have to do all the things I would have normally done for if I was working under a signing service. However, I treated her documents the exact same way. You guys, we learn these skills. We went through all these trainings. We paid to learn this stuff, right? So why not keep utilizing it? And it's not just her, but Christy saw it. I talked to her. I let her know because she had to send her documents back via FedEx. I brought these to the appointment, right? I brought FedEx and the UPS. I didn't know how she was going to send her documents back. And she's like, "Yep, I already have it. I already have the label." And I was like, "Hey, you know what? I know this is new to you, but this is what I do all the time. Normally, because she was in a time crunch because of the holidays, the document's supposed to be back tomorrow. That's not happening because nothing's moving today. They're not going to get it tomorrow." And so I said, "Hey, you know what? In some situations, title may be able to move forward off of scans, and then when they get the hard copies, they'll finalize everything." I couldn't promise her anything, but I told her, "Hey, this is I work with these titles, with these titles before, so whatever. You guys take that as grain of salt." But I said, "Hey, sometimes they can use scans, right?" And she was over the moon. I was like, "So if you have, this is how I set it up, you guys. This, I know I was being a notary, but let me tell you this. This is how I set it up." I say, "So yeah, if you have a scanner, I would just recommend taking the paper clip out and just sending scan copies over to them. That way they have it as they're waiting, and they can start doing things too in the background as they're waiting on the physical hard copies, right?" And she's like, "Oh, that's a good idea." Y'all, I knew she didn't have a. I believed I knew she didn't have a scanner. I'm like, "I have a scanner in my car if you want me to go and grab it." She's like, "Would you really? Like, would you do that for me?" We did it anyway. Anyway, long story short, because I asked her, I was like, "Hey, are you paying for this or is the title company paying for it?" And I was just honest. I'm very honest. I told her, it's like, "Hey, if you're paying for it, I'll cut you a deal. It's a holiday, whatever. But if the title's paying for it, I'm charging them the full rate, and I'm charging them a holiday fee." And she laughed. I was like, "I'm serious, right?" And so as I got there and I did all this stuff that I would normally do anyway, she gave me a $50 tip on top of it. I still hit my 150 for that appointment, right? I had already charged her for my witnesses, so she gave me 100. She gave me a $50 tip on top of it, and so I was able to. And I don't know if Christy, if you saw that, but she was like, I turned my phone around. I was like, as we agreed, she's got to tap her card. She's like, "Oh, hold on, I need you to add some more to that real quick for me." No, it's stuff that we already learned to do. So yeah, I know if we're sitting in that situation as a notary, some of you guys couldn't charge more if you have the mobile scanner anyway, if you have the FedEx labels or the envelopes anyway, if you have all that stuff anyway, why not let it make you additional money? In the world that I come from, that's called an upsell, right? I know we so far off topic with the segment goals for the year, but I wanted to make sure you guys understood this. At the table, you can upsell your clients and you can do it ethically. She didn't have a scanner. She was stressed about these documents getting there. The only thing that I didn't offer to do for her was take them to FedEx myself. FedEx was closed, right? I mean, I still probably could offer like, "Hey, I know they're closed, so I will take them tomorrow." I just didn't want that burden because I would have forgotten. I would, I would have sat there and put it on my calendar as I'm sitting there saying, "Drop this off at FedEx 10 a.m. tomorrow," or I would have forgotten because I space out sometimes and I forget things. But you guys, that could have been another upsell that I could have done. This is how this is how my goals shifted from 42 a day to 150 on average. We're about right now, this last year, it was 500 for the whole week. So if I'm being honest with you, where we at? Oh, I didn't do the 500 because we went up to 3,000 instead of 2,000. But 2,000 is 500 a week, right? That's why my goal went from this to this, and now I guess that's the same one. This is where we are, right? That's how I'm doing it. And in my last business, you guys, I despise upsells. I didn't like trying to do it. So I hired people to do it for me. I'm not gonna lie. I hired people to do it for me. I told them, "Hey, here's a price list. Whoever gets the most additional whatever's collected, you get an extra bonus or something." I don't even remember what we did. That's just how much I dislike it. But your boy rethinking it. Because guess what? The next time we're having this conversation with you guys, 6 months, 8 months from now, my personal goal is to have this number be even higher because for 6 months I blew it out of the water, right? I don't change my goals. If I hit it once, I know there's some people out there, some trainers out there, it's like they'll have a really good month. They'll do $7,000 in their notary business in 1 month, and then they start selling the course saying $7,000 in a month. I'm like, you did that once. Call me back when you repeat that 8 more times consecutively, right? I've learned not to do that to people because it's misleading. So y'all all know, and I know I have some notary butters out there like, you're crushing it, you killing it, and I do this. Who? Where? Not me. Like if you call $2,500 a month crushing it and killing it, then I guess. But y'all know, living in Georgia, that's barely covering my life, right? It's barely covering anything, but it's a slow process for me because I'm doing it sustainable. Yes, I've done other things. I could do field inspections, which I have done. I can do field fingerprinting, which I have done, right? Wasn't no fishing. I already know. I set that up. I paid all the stuff for it. I got ordained, set up my LLC, and 3 months in, I was like, close it down. I don't want to do it. Right? There's all these other things that I know that I can do and pursue. And yes, I can be that notary telling y'all I hit 5, 7 grand a month, but I'm doing like 10 businesses to do so. That's just not my style, right? You already heard me say it last time. I'm lazy. I look for the most efficient way in the business that I love to make money. And now I'm finding it. And as I find it, I share it with you guys. That was a lot of me talking. What questions y'all got? Miss Lisa, I'm glad you said this is helpful. Miss Angela said, awesome. Love to hear when notaries team up to help each other. Absolutely. Absolutely. What questions y'all got? Let me look at my workbook. And by the way, you guys, if you go and join the community, everything I'm with, the workbook looks way nicer than what I did. I have a course somewhere. I gotta find it and upload it to the community. But I did upload the workbook before I started tonight. That's why I was about 5, 10 minutes late. Um, Everybody know I'm always 5, 10 minutes late. Don't ever. So I did upload that in the community. Go over to the courses tab. I'm just double checking to make sure it is. Yep, it is there. And it just straight up says, what did I renamed it? It's Revenue Goal Planning, a simple workbook to quickly set a baseline for your financial goals. That's a long title. But chat said it sounded good, so that's what we went with. Anyway, like that's the one thing I have to say. This is a baseline, you guys. This is not this. Let me rephrase. Let me make sure I make that clear. I'm glad I read that title. That's a baseline. That is not where you sit. That's not where you live. Like the fastest way to get more profit in your business is to increase your prices. I fought that for a long time. A long time. Now I know it's true for a fact because I it feels good. I'm not gonna lie, you guys. It feels good to say that I go through almost three of these a year, right? There's 120 because this is a big one. There's like 125, maybe 130 notarizations, and I go through three of them a year. I think it's actually slowing down for me going through these, but I'm making more money because I'm being instead of doing we talked about this the other day, instead of doing a volume-based business, I'm going after a quality-based business, right? So quantity is fine if you want to burn out. I think that's the secret, you guys. Raise your prices so you don't burn out. Like I know it's crazy, and I know all of us can't. And if you can't, start going into. I know it's technically not the definition of specialty notary work, so somebody gonna come at me at some point. But start offering things that's adjacent, not adjacent so much. Start upselling, offering upsells, right? And it may be weird at first and all this kind of stuff. Um, but like I said, Chrissy was there. She saw how I just smooth into. What would be a really good idea is to send them scans. I looked at her face. Her facial expression told me everything. I'm like, she ain't got no scanner. I have a scanner. Would you like me to scan those and email them to you while I'm sitting at the table? Did it right then and there. Less than 10 minutes. Less than 10 minutes and gave me an extra $50. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Miss Angela says, can you talk more about how you market to attorneys for estate planning? Miss Angela, if you give me, yes, I will. But if you look tomorrow, let's say tomorrow by noon Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, because I have stuff to do at 10 in the morning. So let's say by noon, I will have my. I keep promising y'all, but I'm getting there. I'm trying to move everything over. So I will have my 3-part email marketing series, how I market to estate planning attorneys. Um, Essentially, I Google them, I get an address, and I get an email, and I send them stuff, right? And I will, when I say stuff, I will make sure I share with you guys what that stuff is. So anybody who's in the Facebook group, the Closed Georgia Facebook group, if you guys go back, I did a 3.3 part training. Oh man, I don't remember when it was before I moved here. So it was in the end of spring, beginning of summer. So I did a 3-part training. You guys, all the resources are already there. Don't worry, I will be moving them over to the community, giving it till today or tomorrow, and they'll be in there. So that was a real quick answer to it. The other thing, I this is what I did today. I responded to somebody's question they asked. I forgot what the question was on TikTok, and I was eating lunch. Oh no, I must have left it in the car. Need to go get the rest of. Oh, here's one. But I was eating lunch at a. I love Chinese food, y'all. Y'all want to ask me for anything? Give me Chinese food or cookies and cookies. No or. We don't do or anymore. We do and Chinese food and cookies. That's the way to my heart. Um, but while I was eating lunch, as we were leaving out the door, I noticed there was like a little stand table. It was actually on top of the garbage can, I think. That had a bunch of business cards. These people leave their business cards. I got a lot of them actually. Of people, I grab some realtors, which they're not my number one people to market to, but I grabbed them because they were there. But there was a few cards there for family law attorneys, everyday life. I went to eat. I saw this card. I grabbed it. Guess who? Because guess what? Phone number and was she got an email? Nope, she got a phone number, address, and a website on the back. It's public. I mean, she left it in the public. I'm gonna reach out and start marketing to her. I'm gonna send her stuff. I'm gonna introduce myself. Just by looking at this address, because I'm new to this city, I don't know where it is. But I may even, man, I ain't gonna stop over there. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. After I email her and send her stuff in the mail, if she responds back, then maybe I'll stop in the office. But that's honestly that's one method right there because they're always marketing their businesses. You get a lot of estate planning flyers in the mail um, where they feed you. Thoughts on going to one? Oh, I see what you're saying. You have oh yes. You guys, I don't know if you guys, for everybody else that's not on this platform, she's asking, she says you get a lot of those estate planning flyers in the mail. They offer to feed you. And she's like, thoughts on going to one. If you get three, go to three. I mean, you have to coordinate and send your son, right? You send him to two and you go to one. You guys split up and conquer, right? Divide and conquer. Because I do it. I haven't gone to a lot of ones in person, but they all do the same. They educate you, which is really good for us as notaries, because they educate us on the process, right? They tell you, hey, Miss Mona, how's it going? Happy New Year to you too. And everybody else. I just forgot to say that. Happy New Year, everyone. But yeah, they educate us on the process. They're like, you get to pick up their lingo. So it was good. I learned a lot from attending these events. I really do. And then you don't want to get suckered into buying something. We Miss Angela, look, I'm an easy sell too. I am an easy sell. But you know what? How to not be an easy sell? Go in there with an empty bank account. You can't agree to nothing. Y'all, I'm not lying. Leave the wallet in the cart. I mean, all of our business and our money is like my phone's on. I'm looking at it on with you guys, but this is my phone, right? The cover. Go in there. I know we have a lot of money on these devices. Leave the wallet in the cart. Leave everything in the cart. Transfer money to a bank account that you can't get to. Whatever you got to do, because I'm an easy sell. Look, I just bought a book that I think I bought for the second or third time while laying in bed. I was like, I think I have this book just because the ad was so dang on good. And I'm like, dang it, stop buying this. Stop spending money. But you can't spend money if you have an empty bank account. I'm just saying. Oh man, y'all, I'm telling y'all all my secrets. But yeah, so go to these events, get your free food. I know they want to sell you on stuff. If you feel bad, don't take the food, but introduce yourself. Like you want to yes, absolutely. Do you market your notary business at them? I absolutely do. You got to kind of feel it out because right then and there may not be the time and the place because they're like, oh, you only came here to market your services to me. And I did. I mean, I did, right? But at the same time, one, we learn and we kind of see how they operate as a company, and we can say, "Yep, I want to work with them," or "Nope, absolutely not. I don't care. I don't want to do it. Thanks for the meal, yo," and get balance, right? However, grab cards. They're gonna have business cards there, and I did. Grab business cards, right? Grab their cards, reach out to them a couple days later. That's exactly what I did. I organized my desk so I don't have it in the hands reach right now. But I went to one with a local company out here. I went to the presentation. It was awesome. They're like, let's go ahead and get you on the calendar. I'm like, you know what? I was honest with them. I'm like, hey, my current job, my business requires me to kind of be on call at all weird times. So it's going to be really difficult for me to book an appointment with you guys, but I will be in contact because I am a mobile notary. So I'll send your team an email. Is there someone you prefer me to send it to? Oh, yeah, send it to our assistant or send it to the office person, right? I just got it in. I got permission to send them an email. If they give you their card and their emails on their card, you just got permission to email them. Like, let's just be for real. I know a lot of people don't think about that, but they did. They gave you something. And so you just send a follow-up email. Like, hey, I really appreciate you. Hey, Mr. Jamel, I really appreciate learning at the event or whatever you want to say it. If you can't say it, well, have Pat say it for you. I appreciate being attending your event, especially if they food feed me. Pick something that kind of listen, because people will say that's well, I don't know. Well, yeah, you're in Tennessee, but y'all know being like towards the south, if something's good, people gonna let you know it's good, right? So if somebody was like, "Oh man, that peach cobbler was amazing," if like multiple people say that, put that in your email, right? Put that in your email. Just something random that makes you human, right? Seriously, just something random that makes you human, and then just introduce your business to them and start from there. Same tactic works. And I don't hear a lot of people talking about this, right? I don't think people are doing it yet, but the same tactic works on virtuals. It's a little bit harder, I believe, just because I'm a face-to-face people person, but I keep wanting to post it on TikTok, but I keep forgetting. But I'm still doing my one video a day. I'm still doing my one video a day. I was scrolling on Facebook. I saw another one today as well. When I'm scrolling on Facebook, once you get into that attorney ecosystem and Facebook starts showing you like their ads or just low offices around you, because I don't turn off my geo tracking. I know some of y'all want to hide from the government and the Facebook police. I don't care. Like, look, if I'm in a certain area, you're gonna send me ads. Let me accept those ads on my Facebook. And when I see a estate planning attorney, because that's all I talk about, right? That's all I like. I don't share their stuff though. I will probably share it to a story, but not on my page. I don't want to confuse people and have them think that I'm an attorney. I don't want that because that's illegal, unauthorized practice of law, right? Only if you pursue it, right? But I don't do it for that reason. I want to keep it very clean and very clear. But anyway, um, do the same thing. I just signed up for an event. What's today? Wednesday? On Monday, there was a live Zoom that was from 90 minutes. I slept through it. I'm not gonna lie, I fell asleep, so I wasn't feeling good. So I slept through it, but they sent me the replay, and I will be watching the replay probably tonight or tomorrow morning, like at the end of the night or first thing in the morning, 2 times the speed, so I can get through it. But and once I watch the replay, because they have automation, they're gonna know I watched it and they're gonna send me something else, and I'm just gonna start a conversation. I already Googled their office. I already have an email address. I already have the address. I will be sending them something. They're about 35 minutes from my house in Walton County, right? So you guys who are in Georgia, they're out there. And so I do that all the time. I did it again this morning, right? I saw it, I screenshot it, and I will do the research probably laying in bed tonight or first thing tomorrow morning, just to look up the address, phone number, email, and send them something. That's how I do it. Sorry, that was a long answer, but nothing crazy, nothing crazy at all. Um, so yeah, what questions y'all got? I know this was for the new year. I want to like welcome you guys to the new year. Happy New Year to everybody out there. Happy New Year, and if you guys celebrate, um, I'm in Swanee, Katora. So I was in Lawrenceville, and so I'm not far at all from where I was. But it definitely did impact my business. Even just moving, I don't know how many miles it was, but it impacted my business. Um, I don't know. I don't know if you saw the post I've been making in the Notary Facebook group. Just moving this little bit, I like my general notary work calls. like fell off a cliff, and I was like, "What the heck is going on?" And so I went digging into Google. I was sharing stuff in a closed Facebook group of like screenshots of me trying to fix it and all this kind of stuff, and it's kind of almost back to where it was. So that's good. That's really good. Um, but yeah, so I didn't move far. I forgot what I was saying. So yeah, that's what we want to talk about. What Facebook group, Mona? It's the same thing. Well, I don't have it up here, but it's the Notary Know How GA or Notary Know How Georgia Facebook group. It was initially going to be closed group for Georgia notaries. If you want to join it, you can. However, I'm probably gonna not post as much. I would probably go live in there because that's the easiest place because not everybody has TikTok, right? And if the TikTok goes away, then we gotta do something else. I'm gonna keep the group open, but I'll probably just utilize it for like announcements and going live, not so much um, sharing courses and all that kind of stuff, right? It was just too much to maintain. That's why I created this community. I returned my camera around, so now I have to go backwards. So that's why I created this community. If go to my profile, the link in my bio, and go to the link tree thing that's going to come up next. It's the second button. If you click it, that is the invite to join the community. It is absolutely free. I'm accepting all notaries around the country in there, but I do, if you are a Georgia notary, I do have a closed group specifically within that community just for us, right? Because I know my Georgia notary laws and I want to make sure we learn stuff. And I threw it out there earlier as well. Sorry if you guys, if it's a recap. If enough people join and I get enough interest, if you want me to create like a little pocket just for you guys, like if you're in Arizona notary, Tennessee notary, whatever state notary that you're in, if you want a little pocket, I will create it for you. It'll still be free. It's just more work on my end, so I need enough interest before I do that. But the main community is open for everybody. We can all chat. You guys can see all my free courses, all the templates, all the resources I release. It'll be there because it's easy for me just to turn it on, turn it off, right? Update it, and I send it out. Everybody gets to update. I don't have to go to TikTok and update. I don't have to go to Facebook. I don't have to make sure I do the update link on YouTube. So I just think it's far easier to keep everything in-house and run it that way. Who is this? Please accept me into the community. Look, why y'all know I'm on live. Who harassing me? Somebody accept you into the community. Let's see. You guys, as I'm doing this, what questions we got? What do y'all want to know? What do y'all want to know? Is your YouTube the same name? It is. I'm not extremely active on there yet, but I'm building up to it. It is whoever just told me to accept you. I don't know who it was because you sent it through Facebook and it just says somebody. Does Facebook do that to you guys? It says someone sent you a message and I can see a preview of the message. So I don't know who it was. And if I'm on all my devices, I guess I can look on. I'm not looking on the computer because then I'll get distracted. But every request that I saw so far, I already let you in. And if you were saying let you into the Georgia specific group, I will do that once we're all done here. Cool. YouTube saying, yep. Okay, awesome. Now look, what else y'all got for me? Because I only came to one topic tonight, and I was talking about what we talked about in the very beginning, talking about revenue, setting goals behind it. You guys, that was only a small piece. I know it seemed overly simplified, and I did it on purpose because that is a small piece. Because you need to know your expenses in your business before you can set that revenue goal specifically, right? And then once you know your expenses, once you know what your take home, your profit goal is, that's what I should have called it. Once you know what your profit goal is, you then combine all of that to dictate your pricing. I guess I should say that in the beginning. That's the whole point of this, right? Because you're trying to get nitty gritty into the pricing because everyone wants to know, oh, what do you charge? What do you charge? I don't know what you should charge. Your market is completely different from mine. But if we use the same basis, that is, hold on. TikTok wants me to re-verify my identity. Hold on real quick. Move the little thing. Look at my face. Okay, I'm back. But if we use the same basis, right? If we stand on the same knowledge, it doesn't matter what the person next to me is charging. Because look at this. I can have a notary that's a neighbor right next to me. And we can charge wildly two different rates because my expenses versus their expenses will dictate that, right? And I know some of you guys cannot charge all the extra stuff. That's why you do upsells. That's why you go into specialty notary work. That's why you do a few other things to be able to get those higher rates, right? Because this was one thing that nobody understood when I was running my short-term business, short-term rental business. They were looking at my prices. They're like, "How?" I mean, it did hurt me sometimes. I'm not gonna lie. But they're like, "How can you drop it down to $49 a night? You killing us." I'm like, however, throughout my process, there's a bunch of upsells. So by the time they check out, it was clear, it was transparent. We're back at 89 a night. So if you're in a market, I have to go off my market, y'all. I have to be honest. If I'm charging $45 for a standard notary appointment and I do all these extra quote unquote upsells, offering scanning, running their documents to FedEx, UPS for them, we already do it as a loan signing agent, right? Y'all that can be a loan signing agent out there. We already I do this because in Georgia we're not loan signing agents. We're already doing it anyway. So take an extra cut and do more of it. Like, why not? Like for reals. Even if you can't go right after the appointment, you know that you need to go to FedEx anyway. So just stack them all up and drop them all up at the same time. And when if I do that for clients, I will, and you'll be amazed how many of them say yes, please, because now they don't have to leave their house. They don't have to make an extra stop. I just literally text them a receipt of the documents, like the drop off receipt. The same thing we do for signing services. Whereas the signing services, they're making us do it all for $75 anyway. My base price is 75, 85, 95, depending on the situation. And then they throw me an extra 25 or an extra 50 just for doing the same thing as they do anyway. Huh. Anyway, Miss Lisa asks, hold on, I need some water. Miss Lisa asked if I go live regularly. I do. I'm committing to month. I'm going month by month. I've committed and I worked it into my schedule to go live Monday through Friday for sure, unless I'm sick or something like that, at 7:30 p.m. Eastern time, Monday through Friday. Saturday and Sunday, it's a hit and miss. I said I wasn't going to do it last week, but I went live for 7 straight days. And Sunday, y'all wore me out. Sunday was fun. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all wore me out so bad I had to recover all day Monday. And I woke up just enough time to do the live on Monday night. But Sunday was fun. I guess everybody was bored. They were at home, got tired of their children, so they hopped on. It was fun. So yeah, and welcome back, Miss Lisa. Welcome back. Like you said, you're in Georgia, right? Lisa, just be, not you, Lisa. I know you were in Facebook. I know where you are. Michael says, "Welcome, Michael. I don't know if I said hey to you when you hopped on. What's one word that you want to carry throughout 2025? Mine, his is consistency. Um, I decided on a word. I don't remember, to be honest with you, back in November. I'm like, yeah, that sounds good for 2025. If I don't remember, then it didn't resonate hard enough for me, right? But if I had to, let me think on it. Consistency is one for sure, but I think for me, because I'm a systems person, I think is going to be systematized or systemized, whatever one is the right word. Because that's my strong suit. And sometimes I'm like, oh, that's easy if that's the kind of person you are. But this is why. Because putting things in a system will force me to stay consistent. That's why I think I'm going to go with systemize, systematize. I like systematize because it sounds doopy, but I think it's a real word, right? It's a real word to me. So y'all heard it here. Y'all heard it here. But y'all want to know another phrase that I heard? Should I say it? Um, if it how the phrase go? This is the funny one. This is not true about business. What did it say? Uh, 2025 is a year of letting go. If it's not your toilet, then it's not your right. So I thought that was funny. If it's not your toilet, then it's not your poop. But the swear word for poop. I was laughing. I laughed for like 30 minutes when no girl said that. I could not get up off the floor. But anyway, like, if it's not your toilet, it's not your shit. So leave it be. Oh man, now I'm sweating. Y'all done made me. Oh, let's calm down over here. But yeah, systematize because man, systematize. Systematize is gonna be my word for 2025. Um, Cool, cool, cool. Miss Lisa said she'll show up. Miss Lisa says execute. Y'all know what? Since y'all dropping these, when y'all go to the community, thank you, Michael. When you guys go and join the community, go ahead and drop what your word for 2025 is. That way I can have a list and then I will somebody start a thread. I'll probably start it. Whoever wants to start it first, start that thread. You guys go and find the thread, name it 2025. What are you gonna call it? Slogan, saying, word. Whoever creates it, they can name it, right? Because it'll ask you to do a title, and then you can put yours in the little description part, right? So yeah, somebody start that thread, and everybody go and jump on it. I think that'll be fun. That way, I have a list, and I can be like, Miss Lisa, what did you execute on today, right? Because I love holding people accountable. Yeah, my other half knows it. Yes, I will stand over your shoulder. I do not like micromanaging, but I will stand over your shoulder if you need to be held accountable that way. I will do it. So yeah, cool, cool, cool. Michael, think that was a good question. Did I miss anybody else's? Yeah, y'all got exactly what I was saying. If it's not your toilet, it's not your business. So, oh man, y'all, I have fun. I have fun. My yes, accountability. That's the smart move. Honestly, yes, yes, yes. I love when somebody holds me accountable. 'Cause that's why I think I thrive and shine the most, right? Somebody do it under some people like perform under pressure. That's not me. Can I do it? Absolutely. But I gotta sleep like a half a day to recover, like for real. But if somebody is like, hey, you're waiting, they're like, hey, we're waiting on you to finish this little piece of the larger puzzle. I'm gonna get it done, right? Because I'm being held accountable. That's just how my brain works. I love it. Absolutely, Miss Lisa, you are welcome. My other friend Lisa over in Facebook says hers is consumption. Um, look, y'all, I'm all close. YouTube is looking right up my nose. I'm sorry. Using what I already have in house and not buying all the new stuff. Oh, got it. Got it. Um, that's a good one. That is a good one. Like use whatever you have. When you say consumption, it just reminds me of like I'm a weirdo. This is when I know it's time for me to go, y'all. The plague they used to say, I have the consumption, so that's what I was thinking of. So I had to read. Well, yeah, that's good. Let's stop wasting. Let's not be wasteful. So look, if you're cooking some good food and you need it to be consumed, you know I'm not far. So look, don't play with Lisa. Don't play with me, Lisa. Cool, y'all. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I really appreciate you guys being here. Thank you for the likes. Um, I think that's it. If y'all ain't got any last minute questions, what time is it? We're gonna go ahead and wrap up. We got 4 minutes. Now we'll try to end on a positive, like a even whole, whatever, even number. So my time 8:55. We got 4 minutes. We got 4 minutes before we wrap it up. Let me know if y'all got questions. If not, like I said, I would love for you guys to come over. I'll do it backwards now that I turn the camera around. There we go. Start here and go this way. I would love for you guys to join the community over here. Again, it is absolutely free. All the cool stuff is going to be over there. We're going to have fun. I have way more options, right? I have far more control where we can do fun things over there. Um, and at some point, if the TikTok does go away, then we'll just do all our lives on Zoom or something. I don't know, just to make it easy. It'll be inside the community, so you ain't got to go anywhere. Thank you. You always make the night. You motivate me so much. I'm glad. I'm glad. And I know Miss Angela, and Mona, I do owe you guys that GDP review, Google Business Profile review. I will get to it. It's still on my notes. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. So I got you. I got you. So yeah, I appreciate the hearts. Go ahead and tap that screen. It makes the algorithm like me and tell you guys I'll be here. What is it called? Double tap the screen to put some hearts up there. But yeah, it notifies you guys. I guess I don't know what TikTok does, but I appreciate it, guys. I really appreciate it. Um, I know I had one last announcement to tell you guys, but I don't remember. I don't remember. That's it. That's it then. We ain't gotta wait around for 2 minutes. Y'all go cook dinner, go be with your kids, be with your loved ones. I will be here again tomorrow night. Um, again, I'll be here tomorrow night, 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. If y'all see me go earlier in the day, don't freak out. I'm testing stuff while most of the people are at work, but if you hop on, that's cool. But I'll be here tomorrow again at 7:30 p.m. Eastern time, Monday through Friday. Now, make sure we have something awesome that you guys will cover. If y'all want me to cover something specifically, if you're on TikTok, just go ahead and send me a message in the whatever you do, whatever you call it, private message, DM me. I don't know what it's called on TikTok. Facebook group, just go ahead and post it in the group. And if you happen to be watching on YouTube, just leave it in the comments of this video. I will go through it. I will make sure that I cover that topic for you. And again, you guys, this is all based on my journey and information of being an entrepreneur for 11 years and being in this notary space in Georgia for since 22, right? 2020, 2022. What do I keep saying? 22. I will remember that. So anyway, you guys have a fantastic night. As I always say, you guys remember to be safe out there. Remember to be safe out there. And always remember to be kind. And remember that you got this. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye. Ya. There we go. Facebook, y'all know I turn y'all off last because I have to go through the rigmarole with every other platform. Let's see if YouTube go in tonight.